All right, welcome back to Sunrise. It is 6:18 and 33 seconds. Ooh. And you know, when you hear that sound, it means it's time for your Wednesday headlines with the lady, T to the K. How you go, Tami?
When TK come, pana. We don't want bad news, pana. Only good news. With just more good news, please.
Great morning, the ladies are here. Good morning. How are you? So good to have you guys together.
We love it too. We're excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. Let's jump right in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're going to be talking some politics this morning. That's what's in the headlines. Shuffling the deck. Prime Minister makes changes. So as predicted by pundits, the other shoe has dropped for North Central Clarendon MP Robert Morgan, following intense scrutiny over the government's lackluster communication in the lead-up to February's fiercely contested local government election. He's been replaced as Information Minister. This change comes a month after he stepped down as the Jamaica Labour Party's communications point person. So effective Tuesday, May 21, Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon has assumed the role in addition to her responsibilities for skills and digital transformation. Social commentator Sandra Roden adds that the changes indicate the Andrew Holness-led government is keeping its ears to the ground. Morgan now serves as Minister with responsibility for works, a post left vacant following February's resignation of controversial veteran politician Everald Warmington. In this role, Morgan is expected to liaison concerns pertaining to the National Works Agency and main road networks, among others. Political newcomer Abka Fitzhenley was also appointed to Cabinet as Parliamentary Secretary. In this role, he's expected to assist senior ministers. A release from the Office of the Prime Minister says the adjustments will help the administration to efficiently and effectively deliver its policies and programs.
You know, the thing with parties and governments is that you literally have to look at it like a business. And the Prime Minister you would look at as a CEO, and then the various ministers you look at as CFO, CMO, and so on and so forth, right? And in order to run an effective company, you have to have the right people at the helm in the respective areas. And if the areas are not thriving and not doing well and not meeting the standard of the company or the policy of the company, you have to shake it up. So in my opinion, these things are like living organisms and they have to always adjust and shift based on what is happening. And as you alluded to, TK, keeping the air on the ground. And if people are not satisfied with that particular thing, you have to act accordingly because the people, the citizens are the board. So you have to answer to the board. So shifts come, shifts are necessary, they gotta happen, they're happening.
Well said.
Yeah. Well said. I mean,
I love her analogy of looking at it as a business as well, because I think that helps a lot of people to kind of put into context as well. Oh, this is why these things have to happen, and this is why we do have to make these shifts. And we would be okay if it was happening in a business, and then we're not okay if it doesn't happen. So it is important to see it, and we can't want change, and then when it happens, go, oh, what are you doing? You know. So.
Or change doesn't always indicate that things aren't okay or things aren't good. Change could simply be this could be done in a better way. There could be someone that's better suited for this role, and this person could be better suited in this role, and that's okay too.
Exactly.
It needs to be constantly working for the people.
The people,
absolutely. I couldn't say it better myself. Let's jump into the next. You guys got it covered, so let's talk about what's happening next in the headlines. The heat is on. Daryl Vaz under fire for alleged opposition data breach. So the Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, Daryl Vaz, has come under fire for information he allegedly disclosed about opposition leader Mark Golding's passport status. Vaz is under scrutiny for alleged statements he made about leader of the opposition Mark Golding's citizenship. In a post on X where Vaz said, and I quote, "Just know that I know why Mark has not maintained his UK passport," end quote. The PNP Deputy General Secretary and spokesperson for Information and Public Communication, Nikisha Burchell, is demanding that Minister with responsibility for Information and Digital Transformation, Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, the newly appointed Information Minister in the Andrew Holness administration, urgently address what she's calling a concerning breach. Burchell says this is not the first time Minister Vaz has tried to use private data for political leverage, and this incident severely undermines the confidence of average Jamaicans and raises significant concerns about the privacy and security of data held by government agencies, particularly in light of the recently enacted Data Protection Act and the impending rollout of the National Identification System NIDS. So Ms. Burchell warned that the NIDS program could be severely impacted by Mr. Vaz's actions. So she said many Jamaicans could now shy away from participating in the program. Concerning.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I did see where he made a statement on X, he being Minister Vaz, that his information was coming from the belly of the PNP. Allegedly, right? That was his statement. He said not to assume that there was any breach of any data. Well, in fact, it was someone from inside the opposition's network that would have provided the information. Now, that aside, I do think for all Jamaicans, it is critically important that we feel safe that our data is not being made for political fodder. Regardless of whatever post you hold, I think it is critically important that data cannot be breached and we have a sense of safety and security because there's enough information we divulge. And not just in our system, in all systems. So even to get a social security number in the US or the national ID in the UK, it is standard operating procedure that as nations move towards tech, you divulge quite a bit. There's a lot of biodata.
Yeah.
So that is important that we feel safe, that what we share is protected.
Yeah, agreed. And it's making statements like that they don't make you feel safe
Right,
because you're like,
right.
where is this coming from? How is this possible? And I think, you know, it's so important that they continue to actually make us feel safe about these things and not kind of threaten us a little bit and go, hey, you know, maybe. We have to be careful.
And this is coming on. I don't think that we as a people necessarily have the strongest foundation of trust for the system in the first place.
We don't. Yeah,
right?
so you're playing on that, and it's not okay.
It's very important to build more so than add additional doubts to a system.
And this is also piggybacking again on another member of the same party. On the same platform X, sometimes Twitter fingers will get you saying, I can get IP addresses, I can locate who has IG, Twitter, FB. You have to be really careful that people don't feel like, hold on, so because you sit in that position, then you can just
X.
It no work. So I see what she did there.
All right, let's come on to the politics a little bit and let's go to Why Not Wednesday headline, right? Let's do it. So
get ready.
Vermont cat earns honorary doctorate in literature.
Oh, kitty litter.
So a cat frequenting the Vermont State University Castleton campus was awarded a very special honorary degree as the school's first Doctor of Literature. The school said on social media that the cat named Max lives with his owners on Seminary Street and has been an affectionate member of the Castleton family for years. The feline can often be found socializing with friends outside the Leavenworth, the post said, with a resounding purr of approval from the faculty. The Board of Trustees of the Vermont State Catleges.
They make this stuff up, I swear. I can't.
Catleges has bestowed upon Max Doe the prestigious title of Doctor of Literature, complete with all the catnip perks, scratching post privileges, and the litterbox responsibilities that it comes with, the school said. So,
talk about living a life of purpose.
That's so perfect. Them just like, give a degree, man. Look here. Them can't give me 1 or 2 minutes.
Man,
girl, you've got to be a cat.
Clearly in the right place at the right time. I don't know.
Although Max was probably a perfectionist.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I see what you did there. Okay, fine.
TK.
Yeah, okay.
Let's move on quickly before I embarrass myself
Did
any
you get
further.
Did you get a Meowsters?
Oh my gosh. Let's go. Quickly. Not a Meowsters.
Oh, Meowsters.
No, Sunrisers, please don't miss the live broadcast of the T20 between South Africa and West Indies. Starting tomorrow, we have Orville Higgins and a very special guest joining us a little later to tell us all about it.
Oh, I'm very excited about this. It's so good to have cricket back in Jamaica. Oh, very
excited.
It's her favorite.
Look at your face.
Yeah. It really is my favorite.
So excited.
I think those who know.
No, exactly.
Especially Dennis, who got bowled out this week.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
Poor Dennis. With that said, I don't have on 2 different earrings. Aside stay. All right. right, guys. Thank you so much. TK, I appreciate you for being here as always. Definitely come back tomorrow.
I'll be here. Something about having to makes it a thing, you know? I'll be here. I'll be here.
On the other side of the break, Young and I get a chance to take a break and flip the script. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this. I swear to you, it's one set. This is how it is. It's a vibe. It's called asymmetric. I'm a little loquacious this morning.